Hello, I'm Stuart. Welcome to my channel, A New Life in Recovery. I'm a recovering addict. I've been in recovery since 2016. It's not been an easy ride for me, I've had many relapses in that time. But I wanted to share with you things I've learned. It's important to understand that I'm not the expert in your life. In fact, I'm not an expert at all. You're the expert in your own life. And there are plenty of YouTube channels where you can find proper experts that talk about addiction. I'm just going to talk about my life and, the gifts I've been given through recovery. Also, I wanted to make, this YouTube channel because I think it's important to share my story. And for the last 3 and a bit years, I've put myself back through education. I had no GCSE, so I had to start from ground zero and do a level 2 and then level 3, and then I did level 3 in therapeutic counselling, and then I did a diploma in substance misuse, and now I'm in my second year at university doing psychotherapy and counselling. I am not going to counsel you, but I'm getting a wealth of knowledge at the moment that I would like to share. Addiction is a beast and it has no mercy, and for people that are trapped in it, they need to be loved and not persecuted. I know what it's like to be in that dark place, and I was for a very long time. And I think in future videos I will talk in depth about my childhood and my first addictions, leading it into like drug abuse, and then finally in my 30s I became an alcoholic. So the other thing that's important, what's worked for me might not necessarily work for you. There are many different ways into recovery. I think the first thing is to admit that you've got a problem. Something's going wrong in my life. I've got and when I talk to people, and it's another reason I wanted to start this channel, was when you talk to someone and you really listen, they will tell you what's wrong. And eventually they'll tell you the solution. So they know what's wrong and they know the solution, but for some reason they are unable to actually do the solution. And a lot of it comes down to fear, and the fear of the unknown, and who will I be, and this kind of stuff. And especially with drug addiction or alcohol addiction, you've got alcohol dependency, or drug dependency. And so I'll talk about those things, but I want to talk about other addictions, like social media addiction, and because I had that, I'm a recovering addict, and it's been very apparent to me over the many years that if I'm not careful, I can get obsessed and become addicted to pretty much anything, including like reading or baking. And so I just want to share that with you, and I'm going to do that by taking lovely walks in nature, because that is what I love to do, and I'll hope you'll join me. And if you find this interesting, please like and subscribe, because the main point of this channel is to make people, there's things, we're conscious of things and we have our unconscious, and I'm trying to bring the stuff that's unconscious into your consciousness so you're aware of it. But yeah, thank you for watching. So we've just driven across on the ferry, and usually I would park up around here, anywhere on the left and right, and then I would go right. The other side is Studland and the nudist beach and all that, but if you go on the right hand side, it's a lot quieter. and you can walk through a farm, there's a forest, past the forest, and you can make your way up to the Agglestone. But I'm not going to do the monster 8-mile walk today. I'm just going to park a bit closer and yeah, and just you know, I've been doing a lot recently, so I want to try and walk as less as possible today, because next week I'm off to the Brecon Beacons, where I will be doing miles upon miles of walking. So I'm just coming out today, try and test out my new drone, and you know, and see how it goes. So we're just going to look for a parking space, and I will catch you in a minute. There's a sign here, look. Be able to have a look at the sign. You'd think a person can't get lost, but I've got lost here before. Don't know if you're going to be able to see that or read that. Got it in super view. But we're going here, the Agglestone. If I can find any information on it, I will link it in the description, as well as anything else that I think's relevant. Yeah. Here we go. So it might be difficult to make out, but that's the Agglestone directly in the center of the screen. So I'm hoping to get a bit closer, put the drone up and see what's happening. I've never flown a drone before, so I watched a few YouTube videos, but you know, it's got a lot of functions, so I shouldn't really need to do a lot with it, and it's got a return to home function, so I'm really hoping that it's a bit more straightforward, because I have no clue what I'm doing, like with most things in life. All right. So beautiful out here. I love being out here. It's like one of my favourite places. I only live, I don't know, 10 minutes up the road, so like, granted now it costs like a tenner to come over on the ferry, but it is worth it. It is so worth it. Lots of butterflies about today. That's nice. Something else I never did when I was in active addiction was take in a natural beauty, you know, just appreciate my life and appreciate what I've got. and appreciate what's around me, and that feeling of being truly grateful for everything. Yeah, there's no other feeling like it. You come from the depths of misery, you know. I know what it's like to suffer and be in pain, you know, have that monkey on your back constantly. You know, I feel very, very lucky, very fortunate. I'm starting to get out of breath. Which sucks really, because next week I'm climbing bloody mountains. So God knows how that'll go if I can't make it up this tiny little hill. And my heavy breathing on the camera. How funny. And here we are. I was waiting for everyone to go, but I don't think that's actually going to happen now. So that was the Agglestone, which is always lovely. You know, always amazes me when I walk up to it. We are on our way back down, and I'm hungry. Hang Marvin. So yeah, so I'll probably take a couple more, because there's a couple of World War II bunkers on the way back, so I might shoot some footage of that. But no, it's been all right. Flying the drone was crazy. I'd never flown a drone before, and thought, well, I didn't think it would be easy, but yeah, some of the settings were a bit wrong, and the return to home button shot the thing 400 foot in the air, completely out of sight. I absolutely shat my pants. I was just like, well, that's it, it's just flown away forever. But I think the more I use it, like anything, the better I'll get at it. Batteries didn't last very long, so I might have to get another one of those eventually. But no, I've thoroughly enjoyed this walk. Yeah, it's been really nice, and I think I'll stop on the way back and have a sandwich and just take it all in, you know.